PT is a game that revels in keeping things just a little outside of our view, so much so that there are many occasions in which we're not even entirely sure if we ever saw anything at all. Something seen fleetingly through the crack of an open door, or a looming figure just visible for a moment before we're able to get a clear idea of what exactly it was. Beyond these moments, perhaps there's things that we never even got to see at all, left outside of the game and on the cutting room floor. Hello everyone, my name is Lance, and today we're going to take an up-close and wholly new look at a select few moments from PT, the playable teaser for Silent Hills. There are many systems that go into building the strange puzzles and events upon which the core gameplay loop of PT is built, and one of those is the ability for the game to switch objects off or on depending on certain conditions. One example of this is an early moment where we see a torn up photo of Lisa on the wall, but a little later when we return to the entrance hallway, we discover the picture frame is now on the ground. The game engine is able to hide and reveal static, unmoving objects through a fairly rudimentary system. These objects always exist in the scene, but are just toggled on or off depending on certain conditions. So a picture frame is one thing, but what about this far more memorable moment a little further into the game? This too is achieved through the clever manipulation of static objects. Lisa is actually standing in the hallway here at all times, but a certain flag is only set to make her visible for just that one brief moment. If we patch the game so that the flag is instead always set, she appears permanently, giving us a rare opportunity to see her up close. One more similar moment exists, which you may not have even noticed. During the game's opening cutscene, for just the most brief moment, the door to the hallway is just slightly open and a standing figure can be seen through the crack. The camera turns away, and when we look back up, whatever was there has gone. By once again applying a small patch to override the normal behaviour in this moment, we can walk through the door and see exactly what had been watching us for that brief time. So these objects typically get toggled on or off depending on certain conditions, but interestingly, I noticed at least one object loaded into the game is never made visible under any circumstances, at least not that I'm aware of. Let's take a look at what I found. Of course, the bathroom is a familiar sight for anyone who has played PT, the bathtub normally half filled with water, and in another moment we find it emptied.
So you drowned your sorrows in booze. She had to get a part-time job working a grocery store cash register.
However, a third state exists for the bathtub, which is loaded into memory, but never displayed. This only exists in the normal hallway bathroom, not in the later maze areas, where you might consider it to fit in more thematically. Regardless of that, I feel it speaks for itself, so let's take a look. I think we can use our imaginations to determine how this may have, at some earlier point in development, been planned to fit into the events that occur throughout PT. But perhaps it was considered too gruesome, or maybe just a little too on the nose to fit in with the rest of the experience. Either way, for now, I'm going to leave it at that. Of course, if you follow me on Twitter, you already know I have a lot more left to show you, and as always, I'm constantly working on making new discoveries in minigames, so I appreciate you stopping by at least to check out these little ones today. If you would perhaps consider subscribing, I'd absolutely appreciate it, as any little metric to keep me motivated is always a powerful thing. You can find more ways to follow and support my work in the description, and either way, thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.